don't be jealous. Just know that I am doing the work that I signed up to do before I even incarnated into my mother's womb. You see, each of us has a life path. And when we find our life path, everything just magically falls into place. It's amazing how that happens. It's like my first 4 days there, 2 days there. This is how powerful I am. This one really made me go, ooh, I better watch my words. I was putting gas from a 5-gallon gasoline can into my generator so I could have electricity and recharge the battery. The little nozzle that you're supposed to put on there, it's supposed to slip, wasn't working. And I am now the master of my energy, so that makes me a master. When I ascend, I will become an ascended master. So my test was to see if, at a fraction of a second, okay, I'm in a good mood now because I don't want anything bad happening. No, I'm talking a fraction of a second, because that's how fast it is by the time your mind and your emotions connect. It creates energy out into the universe, and the universe is like, okay, lots of emotion on that, so I'm gonna like ship it to you real fast in all these different ways, because that's what you want to experience, right? Because that's what you're vibrating at. That's what you're vibrating at. You're vibrating at, oh, ah! So, you know what? You're going to vibrate to you all the things in the whole day and maybe the week and the next year for the rest of your life, if you don't ever get over it, that make you go, ah! I'm going like 8 miles an hour down a country road with nobody here, so it's all good. No. The master of an energy being knows how to control their energy at all times. And not a fraction of a second did I once think about getting angry. No. I tried a few times. I kept my emotions in a neutral level. Nothing worked, and I set it down, and I said, you know what? Whatever. I'll go to town and get a new one tomorrow. I walked back in the RV, and I am not kidding you, like 30, 45 minutes later, I get a knock, knock, knock on my RV door, which has never happened before. And I'm like, I'm at a campsite where there's 11 spaces, and I'm number 11. And that's my life path, so it's obviously perfect. Look at this. Getting ready to go. This train is right here, and I get to go underneath of it. So, long story short, she goes, somebody left their camp and they left this brand new 5-gallon gasoline can empty. Do you need one? I wish people would not graffiti. It really just makes everything ugly. She goes, would you like an extra gas can for your generator? And I said, you are not going to believe this. And she kind of looked at me and wild-eyed and said, what? And I said, I just had an incident where I manifested a gas can about 30 minutes ago. And she kind of smiled. She goes, yeah, I can believe that. This mountain is powerful. And if you do not know where I'm at the base of Mount Shasta. If you look up Mount Shasta, California, it is considered the root chakra of the entire planet. The pyramids at Giza are another chakra system. Is part of the chakra system all across the planets. So in other words, the planet has chakra systems just like we do. And this is where it gets fun. I have teamed together with two very powerful souls like me. And I went in and for 6 hours did some energetic cleaning at Pluto's Cave. And then about a week later, or 5 days later, we went in again, the 3 of us, and did a trio. And then we're going back in tomorrow, which is the 11th, which is a portal day, which means there's an extra energy available if you know about it and how to use it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go into Pluto's Cave, down deep, and we're gonna cleanse, all 3 of us, because we're gonna make a trio, which everything in trio works even more powerful. And these are 2 very powerful souls like me. And we are at the base chakra of the planet, in Pluto's Cave, which has been known to have dimensional portals where people just walked into the rocks and disappeared. Strange things out there. And Pluto's Cave is the beginning of the cave that goes into Mount Shasta, because Mount Shasta was once a volcano. And those lava tubes are the caves. Pluto's Cave is one of them. It's the end part, not end part, but kind of the end part, way out from the mountain. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit a vibrational frequency, because of one of the items that I dug up on my place in Texas turned out to be a whistle. And this was I literally stopped, dropped, dug down, like to almost my armpit, broke open into this hole. It was about 3 feet in diameter, and it was packed with this like moisture wicking material. It looked like brown sugar, but it was weightless and silky feeling. I should have kept some, but I was so excited because I'm like, I just broke open into a hole. I'm like, wow! I didn't even think to get my camera. I was just so excited. You know, my maiden name was Jones, you know, Indiana Jones. That's me. So I broke it up into this hole, and I found these pieces that were stone carvings, but they're not stone carvings, they're bone, petrified bone, so old that they've turned to stone. Then they have molded them telekinetically to what design they wanted to have. I'm gonna get over here because there's actually somebody out cutting wood. So, kind thing to do is just get over and wait, because he has the load, not I. Send him love. Have a great day. He's got a big old load of firewood he just cut. Oh, where was I? So, us as a trio, very powerful. One is a highly attuned, supersonic, superwoman, light language mother lover. She channels light language like I've never seen. And the other one is so multi-dimensionally talented that it just is mind-boggling. And then there's me. I'm a master of my energy, so I'm the one that leads the bunch. I get the downloads from source. The download comes out my mouth, and we all do whatever comes out my mouth. I've always done that. That's why I have saved my own life from stage 4 terminal cancer. I should be dead now from what the doctor said. And I am way beyond dead. I feel better than I have since I don't even think I felt as good as a kid, because I was always hurting as a child because of things that have happened as a kid. So I've never really been without pain. And now all this scar tissue that I broke down cleared to the base of the bone. It hurt like a mother lover. I'm telling you what. There was days, like 3 or 4 days, that I couldn't hardly walk. And it hurt so bad. But you know what? It was worth it. Because once you get all that scar tissue gone, your body starts and resets everything. It resets your bones, your ligaments, your tendons, your cartilages, your organs. Everything gets realigned back into homeostasis. Which means what you are at birth, if you were born healthy. Maybe a little. I know I need to wash my windows. I got some mud in yesterday. There's Mount Shasta right there. And what we're going to do at the base entrance of the cave that vibrates up to Mount Shasta through the cave systems, and then vibrates that whole Mount Shasta in the same frequency, tones, language, everything that we're putting into it during this portal energy. And we're gonna tickle Mother Earth like she never been tickled before. We'll just say that. Right at that base chakra too. It's just that good spot, right? Because once you get that whole mountain vibrating at a certain frequency, language, color, everything, and we're talking in all dimensions. We're bringing in all dimensions and healing all dimensions from the base chakra at Mount Shasta. We have 3 multi-dimensional healers working together that are very powerful. And what we're going to do is we're going to echo out into the cave systems, into the mountain, and make that whole mountain shake. And not only that, it's going to reactivate Mother Gaia's chakra system. I will show you how to reactivate the whole world again. I wanted to light up the world with free energy in my last past life. But why stop there? This lifetime, I wanted to go etherical. I want to master energy in the physical, then master energy in the etherical, and then combine the two and teach every one of you how to be your own creator. And I mean clean creator. And the cleaner you are, the more powerful you are. My manifestations are anywhere from 5 minutes to 45 minutes to an hour, maybe. Just playing. It's beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? Hey, but I'm doing my job. This is my life path, to meet up with these 2 women and do energy work at the base chakra of the whole planet, where it all starts. Because once Mount Shasta vibrates with the correct frequency, color, everything in all dimensions, we raise Mount Shasta's energy up, opens her up to a pulsating, beautiful, fully functional root chakra of this planet, which in turn starts electrifying the planet. This is where we get the higher consciousness. I hope you are paying attention. If not, watch it a couple more times, it'll sink in. I was clairvoyantly invited to Shasta by a female. I call her Yeti because it's more dainty than Bigfoot. If you're clairvoyant, you understand what I'm saying. I was just sitting there writing my book, and all of a sudden I get this like pale blue light right here, and I just got this transition thought in my head of, want to invite you to Mount Shasta. And I was like, I got the sense of a female Yeti. And my first night at the campsite, about almost midnight, it was like 11:30, almost midnight, she came out and did a cooing, purring thing. And I've been out since I was a kid out in the woods, and I've heard some stuff, and I've never heard anything like this before. It was a cross between a dove and a cat. And it was like it was singing to me until it got my attention. And then it stopped once it got to my attention, right? And then about half hour, 45 minutes later, it was right in front of me. Then it's dead off like 1,000 yards or so off to the right of me, and it starts doing it again. And I'm like, okay, it's dead silent for hours. I'm watching UFOs, recording UFOs, and now I'm hearing this noise that's getting my attention. And my first thought was, I wonder if that's her, and it quit. And then about 15, 20 minutes later, I thought, you know what? I know she can telepathically communicate with me, so I grabbed my necklace and I closed my eyes and I thought to myself in my head, If this is the female Yeti that invited me here to Mount Shasta, please speak now. And I'm not kidding you. The second I stopped and said now, she starts purring and cooing behind me about 1,000 yards. And I was like, oh, I'm really excited. And then it stopped. It did enough for me to get the what I needed for reassurance that was it. And then it stopped to make sure that there was nothing else. This water is amazing. I cannot drink enough of it. From the headwaters that comes out of the mountain. As it comes out of the mountain, I caught this water. They call it blessed water. It activates every living cell in my body. It makes me feel like a kid after Halloween, after eating all the candy. And I'm like, ah! I got so much energy, I've got to do something. Like yesterday I went for a drive. I got a 7-minute video of the biggest brown, I thought it was a grizzly. Biggest brown bear I've ever seen. Probably 800 yards away from me. I was like, that's a big bear. So now I'm packing my pistol with me today. I might sight it in a little bit because on my way, I was thinking, man, you know, he's about 10 miles from my camp. I need to sight in that pistol. And on the way back, I seen some kids, they're probably in their like 21, 19 or whatever, that live around here that were target practicing, shooting and sighting in guns. And I'm like, huh, there's a sign. So I grabbed my pistol and brought it with me. So I'm gonna start packing. I'm gonna have me a whistle, an air horn, and then if all else fails, I'm gonna kill the mother lover. If it's my life or theirs, I'm just gonna say they're gonna have to sacrifice theirs. And I am a mighty good shot. Won the nationals, mounted shooting in Mississippi, my first year. I always hit whatever I aim at. Isn't this the most beautiful thing ever? I wish I could just give you that instead of this. Here, look out the window. Oh my gosh, you guys. What we're gonna do to this planet starting tomorrow is gonna just catapult and build and pulse and build and pulse and build and pulse until we bring all of us in and bring that energy in and harness it right up through Lionsgate Portal, which I've already planned on doing. I'm gathering my troops right now, and we got some powerful ones. And all the powerful ones love to come to Shasta anyway on Lionsgate, because Lionsgate Portal is the actual new year. It's the Egyptian New Year, it's the new year. That's when the Sphinx, aka Liren, which is the lion goddess. So actually it was a lion head at one time, and the pharaohs carved their little pharaoh head on there and called it a Sphinx. She looks up at the Leo constellation August 1st. Huh, I was born August 1st. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so, because nothing's a coincidence. So we're going to harness that through, and I'm going to a retreat mid-July that I'm going to meet up with some powerful healers, and we're going to become even more powerful over that weekend. And we're going to take that power and we're going to harness it. And we're going to harness that and bring it right on through to Lionsgate Portal. You're welcome. I'm out here playing, helping save the planet. You know, you could at least pick up your stuff on the ground. It's crazy. It's crazy what you find on the ground. It's like I stopped earlier and found a half a jump rope in the middle of the road, picked it up, threw it in the back of the truck. I'm like, just pick it up and throw it away. It doesn't take much. The more you give, because whatever you're looking to get something. We're all looking to get something, right? But to get, you have to give first. Energetically speaking, of course. So you have to vibrate out an energy which is done by your chakra systems. Every chakra, you have 7 majors, 8 majors actually, but they talk of 7. And they all vibrate different colors, and depending on how you feel and how you think is what those are either functioning, cancel, clear, delete, not functioning or functioning, and what color that makes up your aura. Now the universe only reads color and vibration and sound. So whatever your aura is resonating at, vibrating at a frequency, is telling the universe what to send you back in different people, places, things, and activities and situations, and it all plays out like a little play in your life, because that is what the color of your aura is resonating at. That's why I quit going to the doctors, because they're every 3 months checking out me with their, the bone scan and the CAT scan. It was poisoning me so much that it took me almost over 2 months for my energy to get back to where it was like, okay, I'm starting to feel a little better. Then they hit you again. They're slowly killing me. I took my aura picture when I arrived in Sedona, Arizona. It was like a muddy yellow, and I was still like, hey, it's yellow, yay, because if it was gray, that means I'm toast. But it's yellow, woohoo! But it was kind of like a muddy yellow. I had one done about 3 weeks ago. I had pure crystalline white behind my head, which is spiritual energy. I've been through a spiritual stigmata, so that's, probably why. But nothing but pink surrounding me with a little bit of yellow. And I'd never seen such a beautiful color aura before. Just vibrating on love. And since I've been vibrating on the energy and resonating with the energy of love, guess what I get? More love. There she is. Isn't she beautiful? It's a little bumpy, so maybe I'll just hold it in my right hand. It's like bump, 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 bump. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Mr. Weens here, my co-pilot. I got him a little buddy seat coming. I'm so excited. Here's something pretty to look at besides me. Oh my goodness. One of the words that I'm changing, I'm going to give credit to a friend of mine. He brought it to my attention because I'm writing a book on how we spell our words creates our future, even down to the word and how we write the letter of the word. So he brought up the word blessed, because we all use blessed to bless things, right? We're so blessed, 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 blessed. He says break it down. Be less. Are you blessing something, or are you making yourself be less? And I thought about it, and I was like, okay, well now you're giving me something to think about, which I like. I like people that challenge me, that give me something to think about, right? So I changed the word from blessed to love every time I wanted to bless something, or clear the energy and make it as clean as possible. We'll just say that. So I started using the word love. And the vibration shift and change was correct. He was absolutely correct. There is quite a bit just in how that word is spelled. I got somebody coming, so I'm going to put my phone over here. Everybody's up cutting wood right now. And it really made me think, bless. But if somebody who was creating that word subconsciously wanted to impregnate that word with a certain vibration of be less of a person, or be less, being less, never feeling whole, that happens. Thank you. Have a love day. Cancel, clear, delete. Have a love day. See, I wanted to bless somebody, but then I change the frequency by saying cancel, clear, delete. Change that timeline, change that energy, stop it in its tracks, go, have a lovely day. Your words are spells whether you like to hear it or not. Not only that, how you write your letters are the beginning of the spell. Take the letter L for an example. We're taught from a young age to go down and over. Energetically, we're dragging the energy down in vibration and then dragging it into the future. I'm creating an alphabetic system that's going to go into schools and change how these kids vibrate on every single level. The alphabet now, when you write an L, is going to go from right to left, which means going from now, clear back to the beginning, and then taking it to a high vibration. It changes the whole vibration of whatever word you are creating. Isn't this beautiful? I gotta show this. So not only how you write the words, how you put them together to make the word is another spell. And then how you put them in a sentence is another spell. Because whatever the sentence is ending with is what you're going to manifest. So if you say, oh, how are the stock markets? Are they up or down? You're ending that sentence with a down, which is a low vibration, which is manifesting more of the stock markets going down. Change that. We've been programmed incorrectly. We're going to reprogram ourselves right now and change it back to what it should have been. Before the Anunnaki changed our genes genetically. I'll try to hold it because I got some bumps. The Anunnaki messed with our DNA over 200,000 years ago. And since then, we have had a feeling of being less. Be less, bless. Interesting how that just flowed together, isn't it? And I just seen a butterfly, so that was spirit right there. Wow. I apologize for the window, but the bumpy ride is pretty bumpy. Yay, I'm getting up to where I want to go, which is the trailhead entrance. I haven't been up this way yet. Isn't this beautiful? This is why we have four-wheel drives. I say us cowgirls because I was a cowgirl before I went spiritual. See, the thing is, God knew that I had cancer, even though I did not. The thing is I'm here for a mission. And I've been protected from birth, well, protected since conception, for this mission that we are getting ready to ignite. And the more people that we can round up and get on the same wavelength from now through Lionsgate Portal, I will teach you what I learned through the stigmata on the energy and how to use it, how to harness it, and what to do each portal after. And the Illuminati has tried to, even like 9/11 is the first portal after Lionsgate. And what happens on 9/11? What's the first thing you think of on 9/11? Or what's 911? Emergency, emergency. 9/11, towers crumbling, towers crumbling. It's the Illuminati. Because they know how powerful that portal is, so they want you in a low vibration. Because if you go into that portal in low vibration, they know that you are not in your power, and that you can succumb to their subconscious programming. And then they keep you in what they call the matrix. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this. I don't know what that looks like, so I'm hoping you got it. I'm going to put that down for a minute. Oy. I have to go a little slow here because it's quite bumpy. I'm not even in four-wheel drive. It's nothing. I'm just going up the hill. 4 miles like this speed to get to the base of the mountain where the trailhead begins. Then you can hike up. I'm just going to check out the road, see what it looks like. Look for me some mystical experiences, and of course I will have you right there with me right along the way. You never know when female Yeti might want to come and actually have a conversation. If you have not subscribed, please do. Click like, click share, comment. Get this message out so we can change the planet, because everybody's showing their true colors right now, so why don't you show yours? What flag are you flying? They're showing you their flag right to your face. Are you going to go with it? You're going to buy into their music? You're going to buy into their movies? You're going to keep feeding the drama? Or are you going to take your energy away from all that, change your focus, and guess what? You change your whole reality. It all goes away magically, mystically. It's like everything gets better. Things start working out. This gets better, that gets better. Wow, look at that. But it does not get better when you're constantly feeding into their, giving them money for their, oh my God, everything's poison. It's all coming out now. The laundry detergent that you wash your clothes with causes cancer. Fabric softener causes cancer. Hand soap causes cancer. Sanitizer causes cancer. Bath detergent. Blah, 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 blah. Food. All the food. There's, oh, the air. They're calling it global warming. They say they need to protect us because otherwise it would be too powerful to burn us up. It's such a bunch of bullshit. What they're doing is they're trying to protect us from getting the DNA activation codes so we, as light beings, can grow and expand. They're being exposed now, and all they can do is just watch. Because once you know they cannot touch you, they cannot. I had to go through a full stigmata, clean back to my Venetian life, to understand how to work with energy to get my desired results. This way I am clean, energetically, karmically, everything, and I can ascend a master. And while I'm here, and I will be here for a long time, teaching, I will be showing everybody who's interested what Spirit has taught me. And it has changed my life. From death and craving it, suicidal since I was 16, to every cell in my body vibrating so much I feel like a little kid dancing around. I literally skipped around yesterday. I was like, I just feel like a little kid. I'm living my dream right now. I'm more abundant now than I've ever been in my life. I manifested a dog in one night. First night out in the woods, I was like, you know, it'd be nice to have a big dog, right? Keep predators away. Open up the door the next morning, cat hisses, and I'm like, what? there's a big blue husky looking at me like, hey, did you call me? I looked at him and I was like, he's got two blue eyes and he looked almost like a wolf, and I'm like, are you friendly? And he kind of sits down and I'm like, okay. And I go down there and I'm like, are you friendly? And he rolls down and gives me his belly, and I'm like, oh. He was skin and bones. He'd been up there for a while. But you know what? He sticks around. Nobody comes around because he looks like a big gray wolf. He's pretty. He looks pretty intimidating. When he looks at you like, you know, you're like, oh. In fact, one guy walked by. The morning he showed up, he's like, is he nice? You got him on a leash? I said, I don't know, he just showed up. He's like, oh. And the dog, like, then trots over to him. He's like, okay, good dog, good, you know. So then you give him the good boy stuff, and they were friends and everything. But he'll make the hairs down the back of your neck if you walk into my place. And he keeps all the snakes and the predators away. It's everything I manifested. I manifested in one night. Oh, you guys gotta see this. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys can see that. Mount Shasta. What I need is Quetzalcoatl. What I'm manifesting is like some kind of like a camera on me somewhere, a hip or chest or somewhere, not on my head. Somewhere that I can catch all the things that happen, because they happen so often and so much that it's hard to make videos and all of it. And then everybody's like, what? It happens so much that it can't be real. She's probably just, you know. But now that I've got videos on this stuff and this stuff's happening, it's like, oh, She does know a lot of stuff. And she hasn't changed her view in 5 years. And it's starting to finally make sense a little bit with all the stuff that's going on in the world. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, look at this. You guys, let's look at this. This is heaven. This is the heaven I live in every day. Just doing my work. I love my work. I love my work. Here, is that better? Isn't it beautiful? The mushrooms are out too, so the morels will be out for picking. Isn't this beautiful? Oh, it just gets more beautiful, doesn't it? It's funny because I always say every day is like the best day of my life, and then the next day it's like, no, it's actually the best day of my life. And every day, and then somebody was around me for about 3 months, and they were like, how do you do that? Because it truly is, every day is like a better day. And I'm like, it's because I am constantly the master of my energy now. And to do that, you need to be aware in all directions at all times. And have senses like a husky or a cat that can sense things. That's why I was so good at training horses. Not only could I read the horse's body language, I could speak to them. I did not know it at the time, but I was really good at starting colts. I was the one towards the end that I was getting all the horses that nobody could ride, and I was doing it in 30 days. And tell you what, I had to break a lot of scar tissue for all the times that I had to hold on, and I didn't get bucked off very many times, but when I did, it mattered. It mattered. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. Isn't this the most beautiful drive ever? Okay, I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna wash my windows, so that way you have a better view of what's going on. Don't mind the sound. I'll clean the windows for you so you can actually have a better view while I don't have to hold it outside. What's that? It's just absolutely the most beautiful drive ever, correct? I mean, correct me if you want to. When you're driving along, one thing, you got to know how to drive in this kind of country. And I drive a long box, so it has a long shaft, or whatever you call it. Anyway, it's a long train. And some of those high bumps you don't want to get high centered on, so some, you know, you have to take some of those at an angle. You can't go just everywhere with a long bed. But I used to haul a lot of hay, so I needed it for that. And it holds everything I need right now. Oh, you guys, this is the most beautiful drive. See, now I can hold it and get rid of the guilt I had from my dirty windows and give you a better, higher version of me. Oh, wow. I might get a little bumpy here. Hold on, Mr. Wayne. Mr. Wayne's like, hey, what are we doing? Where are we going, Mom? Where are we going today? He's my little adventurer. He's going on 19 years old. Can you believe that? I've saved him 5 times. He's like, no, I'm going. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm not done with you yet. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Ooh, I'm feeling some vibrations. Alright, my spidey senses are getting a little spidey, so I'm gonna get off here. Make sure you get this video out because the world needs to know what we're about to do. Because it's gonna change the world.